Welcome into the Charlottesville Draft Tap Room. I'm Rob Denny here with a recap of the Who's heartbreaking loss yet again on the road, this time at the hands of the Louisville Cardinals. The final score in this one was 28-21. Now, the Who's have had some road woes, and we saw those road woes exposed yet again at Louisville. A tough matchup, tough weather conditions, but the Who's looked good at the beginning of this game. Really, the key storyline here is the injured Bryce Perkins. Now, Perkins got hit, he went down, and then he went down many more times throughout the course of the game. He left after that initial injury to a lower extremity. You know that the wheels are the real deal for Perkins, so you've always got to be worried about them. He can generate plays with his legs unlike anybody else in college football, especially at that quarterback position. And we know how big of a factor he is for UVA's offense. In fact, accounting for 74.4% of UVA's total yards of offense coming into this game. That was good for 5th among all players in FBS. As you could imagine, the UVA offense slowed down quite a bit after that point. Wayne Talapapa had 11 carries for 54 yards and 2 touchdowns. Everything was looking pretty good. There was some momentum that was carried through after that 48-14 victory last week, home versus Duke. And then all of a sudden, after that Perkins injury, the offense just lacked that rhythm, looked out of sync. The play calling creativity was totally gone, and a lot of the things that had worked for the Who's were no longer working. And then the flip side of the ball, have to talk about how this defense looked. They did rather well against a high-powered Louisville offense. In fact, about as I had expected, although they did so without not only Bryce Hall, of course, but also without Jordan Mack in the second half. That's because Jordan Mack was DQ'd in the 3Q. He was ejected for targeting after a vicious hit on Mikael Cunningham, I should say. Cunningham with a monster game for himself. Other standout performers, including Tutu Atwell and Javian Hawkins for the Cardinals. But without Mack, without Bryce Hall, it was going to be tough for the Who's to shut down Louisville on that defensive side of the football. They did a strong job, but just not enough to overcome the offensive ineptitude that ensued after Perkins went down. Hopefully, Bryce will be back and better than ever versus UNC. That game is next Saturday, November 2nd at 7:30, away at the Tar Heels' home turf. Hopefully, the Who's will be able to get back on the winning track now, just 5-3 on the season and 3-2 in the ACC after giving up the driver's seat in the Coastal Division. I'm Rob Denny for WVA Sports, and this has been a post-game recap.